Dean of the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Professional Studies at York University. The purpose of our trip here today is threefold. We're here to make connections with universities and researchers to see if we can find international collaborations between Ghanaian institutions and York University, which is in Canada. The second thing is to find opportunities for our students to come to visit to Ghana and Ghanaian students to come to visit to Canada and have student exchanges to increase the awareness of different international issues. And third is to meet with prospective and future students to talk about the experience of being a student in Canada at York University. York University, well, York is one of the biggest universities in Canada. It's the most multicultural university. It has representation from students from over 170 countries around the world. It also is what we call a comprehensive university. So it's a university that offers programs in everything from engineering to business to poetry to politics, and we now actually in 2028 will have a medical school at York University as well. At York University, as I said, we have everything from politics to poetry, we have engineering to accounting, and we also will have a medical school soon in 2028. And so York University is, as I said, one of the largest universities in Canada, but it also Canada itself and Toronto are very safe cities. And York University spends a lot of time creating those safe spaces. But more importantly for students, being a large multicultural university allows students to have a number of different experiences. And York University has some of the biggest African students associations, student associations on our campus. But students have a choice to find any group. We have over 300 student clubs. So it's a really important thing to know that the student has a very strong academic life and a very strong social life. And near York University campuses, you can find excellent jollof rice. We have many scholarships available for students, ranging from the President's Scholarship, which is a very large scholarship over 4 years. But we're also introducing a number of different scholarships this year. We have so many, but one of them is a $15,000 entrance scholarship with renewal over each year that a student studies. But also we have multiple scholarships that are available while students are at York University that they can apply for, as well as a range of student supports. We also have opportunities for students to work on and off campus, which is a really huge benefit for students. And finally, in my faculty, as well as other faculties, we have a co-op program, which means that students have the ability in their third or fourth year to find employment inside of Canada and Toronto. A really important question. So for a very long time, since its inception in 1959, York University has had a focus on Africa and many collaborations with Ghana. But as far as I'm concerned in the world in 2024, the future of the world lies significantly within Africa, and also the quality of education in Ghana is top-notch. So we know that there are many opportunities for our researchers from York University to engage with researchers in Ghana to perform world-class research and really change the world with their excellent research. Toronto is a big city like Accra, so there's lots of housing questions. Can I find housing? We guarantee all international students space in residence on the campus for them to come in their first year, and we also can extend that up until their fourth year. We also have people inside the university who provide supports, housing ambassadors who will talk to students. If students say, I want to move to a different area of Toronto, they will support them in that search. So we have a very strong series of supports for students, but for most students, when they arrive, we ask them to come to residence and to stay on campus so we can give them the full experience of York University. Important question, and Canada has made a decision to reduce the number of international students, but our view in York University and other universities in Canada as well is that we will continue to strive to make relationships with key strategic countries, and Ghana is one of those countries for us because of the excellent quality of the students, the historical relationship between Canada and York University and many institutions in Ghana. And we have a significant number of spaces for students to come into in 3 different semesters if they want to. So we are really supportive of that exchange, and we like to say that we support students from application through graduation into being alumni. And part of what I'm doing here is meeting with alumni from York University to catch up on what they're doing here in Ghana and to support them in any ways possible. So really, it's an issue that you should be aware of, but we have all the supports in place at York University to take care of students in housing. I think look at all the programs that are available, visit our website, but also look at other universities' websites. It's a very big choice, but I think, and I'm obviously biased in this extent, but that coming to Canada and coming to York University in Toronto is a wonderful experience where you can find everything from Ghanaian culture and food to food and culture from around the world to world-class academics and really good opportunities to find employment and discover the rest of your life.
I'm Benedict Yate. I'm the principal and CEO of British Columbia College, Accra. The historic visit of Dean J.J. McMurtry to Ghana is a special one to us as a school. For a school that we run the OSSD, that's the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, our students look out to further their education in Canada and other parts of the globe. And particularly with York University, with the special relationship we have with them, the collaboration we have, it makes the journey quite smooth for our students when they graduate from British Columbia College. And for his visit, he will be interacting with parents and students and teachers of our school. He will also be meeting other stakeholders here in Ghana, the Canadian High Commission and a few other players. Tonight we're just here to have dinner and also interact and look at how best to strengthen our ties for the benefit of not just students of British Columbia College, but any Ghanaian student who is looking forward to studying abroad, or specifically in York University in Canada. So it's just an exciting moment for us. To be honest with you, the Ghanaian curriculum in itself is a well-drafted curriculum, but its implementation has suffered a number of challenges. But the curriculum itself is a very well designed, a well drafted curriculum that will seek to develop children holistically. Yes, for the number of students who are seeking to study abroad, the factors are many and varied. One of them has got to do with postgraduate employment, where students would want to be sure or would want to have that assurance that upon graduation from university they have a job waiting for them. That has been one of the issues that is motivating some people who can afford, and those who may want to seek for scholarship to travel abroad to study. This is the reason why they are making those choices. But it is not to mean our curriculum is not good or it's not supportive. It is. However, there are so many factors that are informing the decision of people moving abroad to study.
Okay. Most of them are.
Yes, I think one of the greatest challenges education has faced is the connection between classroom and industry. All right. Most part of our educational experience has been the rote learning, where most of the time we learn, how to memorize issues and pour them without necessarily understanding or applying them. And that has been our challenge for all these years. So my advice to the stakeholders or the regulators is to see how best we can connect industry to the classroom, so that whatever is taught in the classroom, the students are given practical experience. They are given the support to be able to apply in industry when they graduate. So they don't just come out, with the first class, with all the top grades, and yet they cannot fit into industry. That has been our challenge. So if we can look, and that's why for me, it's quite interesting to know that TVET is gaining a lot of waves now, where we are trying to put a lot of effort into technical vocation education. And that is what the country needs. We have a lot of academic professionals, but sometimes we have, basic problems, challenges that we face. That solution seems too far-fetched. It is always important for the learners themselves or the students to always have that motivation from within, that I am not studying to pass my exam, but I am studying as a lifelong learner, to be able to solve problems, to think critically, to be able to analyze issues critically, so that it is not the case of, oh, I have passed my exam, I've been issued a certificate, but yet basic problems I cannot solve. And again, one of the things that we need to focus more attention on is entrepreneurship, where students are given the necessary skills and training to be self-reliant, so that in case they don't get employed by other institutions or other people, they have something enough to rely on. They have skills to establish their own small-scale businesses until they find something bigger to do. So entrepreneurial skills is very, very important, and I think institutions should find ways to, intersperse the academic programs with entrepreneurship, so that at least every student graduates with a certain level of entrepreneurial skills.